Yes, first. You don't like rice? Tell me, Michael, how could a billion Chinese people be wrong? Come on. How are those maggots? Maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots. How do they taste?
Welcome back to another rousing episode of Cinema Villains. I am your host, Shaggy Black, and alongside me, the long-lost frog brother,
Hey,
Jose.
Thou shalt not fall.
Man, you know what? For years, I was trying to wonder what that fucking theme song was. Like, you ever fucking get to the point where you're singing a song, but you're singing the lyrics wrong, but you don't say it out loud because you don't want people to know you're wrong?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's me with this theme song to this movie.
With the cry, little sister.
Yeah. Like, or some shit like for years I thought it was like, big boys don't cry.
God damn.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like it. Like yeah. I knew I was wrong, and right. I'm wrong here, and I'm not gonna look up the lyrics because fuck you.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure.
Guys, thank you for joining us again. Seriously, we appreciate you.
Yes.
Dealing with us on a weekly basis.
Yes.
As we bring you our bullshit, pretty much. That's what we do.
Yes.
We like watching our favorite movies. Some good, some not so good.
Some great.
Some complete shit.
Yeah.
But we love talking about it with you guys, and we definitely appreciate you guys. I believe this would be episode 10.
Hey, we did it. We made it to 10.
Yes, sir. New logos, new shit, new all of it.
We have made it to episode X.
We finally made it, you guys. You did it. We did it.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate you guys.
Confetti.
Seriously.
We need streamers.
We did that so much, and actually, we did it by celebrating again with spooky season.
That's right. Yeah, you know, spooky season, I guess, would be over, but for you noobs, it's always spooky season for us.
We're always fucking. So I got fucking skeleton underwear on right now.
Sure. I don't think no one needed to know that.
See, hold on. Why would you want to fucking give out boners, and I'm trying to like do everything else? I can't do the same shit.
No, because I give out boners.
God damn it, dude.
ASMR. Hold on. Let's show you the beer.
It's fucking A, man. Okay, that did sound interesting.
I got the appeal of ASMR until I saw my queen, Zoe Kravitz, do one on the Super Bowl commercials. Like, oh, I'm here. I'm ready.
Like, I'm here.
I understand everything.
Now.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it now. Were you like shirtless?
Nah, there was no comment there. I was pantsless. That's for sure.
Hey.
No, joking.
Ew.
All jokes, guys. All jokes.
He's lying like shit. But anyway, we are covering, with the 10th episode, we are covering one of my favorite fucking horror movies of all time, like top 5 until I die.
There you go.
The late great Joel Schumacher's classic, The Lost Boys.
Cry, little sister.
Yeah, 1987 classic.
Classic. It is a classic. Yes,
very big classic here, and probably what put Joel Schumacher on the map.
Yeah.
And if you know Joel Schumacher, like we know Joel Schumacher, that map ain't all that. Yeah.
Let's see. What has Joel Schumacher done?
Batman fucking Forever, Batman Robin. I don't need anything else.
I would defend Batman Forever, bro.
Okay, so I love Batman Forever.
Yeah, okay.
But like if I had to watch either one of those, it would always be Batman Forever.
Mm-hmm.
I remember fucking seeing Batman and Robin in theaters, and it was so bad. And you're looking at me like we're gonna have to fucking do an episode on it.
On Batman and Robin?
You were looking at me like, bro, I'm ready.
I mean, Schwarzenegger puns were there.
No, God, no.
You know who we almost got as Mr. Freeze? It wasn't Oh Boy. Don't worry. It's not.
Why? Just if it's not Danny Glover, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, well, are you sure?
I'm positive.
Because we almost got Patrick Stewart as Mr. Freeze.
God damn it, dude! Why? Anyway,
That movie would have been 100% different.
yes,
And probably better.
probably because that movie was still garbage,
Yeah,
regardless.
right. Bad nipples.
And
But we're not talking about bad nipples today.
no, we're talking about Saxman's nipples.
Fuck yeah, sexy sax man.
Yeah, man. Respect to the man, Saxman. Saxman, even though he has a real name that my boy Ab fucking gets on me for not remembering because I am struggling here. Do you know Saxman's real name?
No, I thought his real name, sexy sax man. That's literally what pops up on
It's
Google.
not sexy Saxman.
Sexy sax man. That's what pops up on Google.
That's you gotta put in Lost Boys Saxman, bro.
Oh.
You can't.
Oh wait,
just,
this is a Mexican.
Yeah, I'm
What
like,
is this?
I'm like, homie,
Ooh, this is Google full of lies.
like dog, Mexican sax man.
Lost Boys saxophone. That's
There we go.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's what you.
It doesn't say nothing.
No.
Tim Capello.
There you go, Tim Capello. I am sorry, Ab, if you're listening.
Hey, if you're listening, thanks for listening. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I know he's gonna give me shit for this later. He fucking corrected me, and I felt so bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, you put some fucking name on Tim. I was like, you put some fucking respect on Tim's name. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, my bad.
Right.
Thought it was Sexy Sax Man.
All right. I mean, why would you not want to be called sexy sax man? That's
Yeah,
my
man.
name.
But speaking of sexy here, we're literally the villain that we're gonna cover in this episode. Fucking Kiefer Sutherland himself.
That's right.
Fucking as David.
David, yes, David. David, the vampire. He just was. David,
I mean,
right?
he didn't have a last name to me. I don't see one in an IMDb or anything like that. He was just David.
On the IMDb.
Yeah, David the vampire. Like, and David, I mean, before we dive right into it, what was your first experience with Lost Boys?
I remember seeing it as a kid.
Mhm.
Only because I guess this isn't too bad of a horror movie to watch
No,
if you're
it is
young.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really it though. That was my first memory with it. I didn't fall in love with it, and of course, till later on in life, you know, when I'm going through my movies and like, oh, this is a dope movie. But yeah, that was it. You know.
And once again, because Shag was a bitch boy
Yeah.
as a kid and didn't watch any movies or anything, especially because he was afraid of mostly everything. I didn't get into Lost Boys until my 20s, like how majority of my fucking movies start.
Yeah.
But what made, like, I heard about Lost Boys. I saw the sequels first,
Oof.
like
Oof.
randomly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, randomly. But I saw Lost Boys. God bless El Rey Network, because I saw Lost Boys on that and instantly fucking fell in love with it. And I just became a super fan about the movie. And this is one of those movies that I was really fucking happy we were going to cover.
Yeah.
And I wanted to cover it for Halloween, but you know, fuck it. Spooky season never ends.
Never ends for us anyway.
The ride never ends.
Hey, there you go.
But let's go over. I mean, Kiefer, and this was Kiefer Sutherland's actually one of his bigger roles.
Yeah.
Like, too. This is like before now he's fucking old boy from 24.
And Big Boss.
Obviously, Big Boss.
Big Boss.
Respect to Big Boss.
Yep.
Metal Gear Solid.
Brain.
But no, David the fucking vampire. This motherfucker was creepy.
Yeah.
He was the coolest.
I was about to say he had swag. Yeah.
This motherfucker was swaggy as shit, scary,
Yeah.
and seducey.
Yeah, I would say
Definitely seducey. Like, I was like, God damn. He was the, if I can use 80s terms or anything else, he was dreamy.
There you go. Yeah.
Like that whole vibe. Like that whole vibe of what was on it. Like, it was just, that movie drips so much 80s. Like, it's insane. I think I love it more because it's so 80s. You know how we feel about 80s around these
Oh,
parts.
yeah, we love 80s. This is a quintessential 80s movie.
Yes.
Off the chart. Yeah.
Yes. Like, motherfuckers had Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers had, actually, wait. They had I'm thinking of, like, fucking other 80s movies. Help.
Goonies.
Yeah, Goonies.
Yeah.
What's the other 80s movie that was Breakfast Club?
Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink. Yeah, Pretty in Pink. But no. The one that are based in high school and shit. Fuck me.
It's not Pretty in Pink. Oh.
No.
16 Candles.
Thank you. 16
yes,
Candles.
I had to think of it. I was running through all those movies. Yeah.
Like quintessential line that.
So John Hughes movies.
Yeah, John Hughes movies,
yeah.
and people had their John Hughes movies. People had fucking Back to the Future with Robert Zemeckis. Me personally, if I'm thinking 80s, I'm fucking thinking Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Like holy shit. Like dude, I'm wearing a dangling earring because of the fucking Lost Boys.
There you go.
Yeah, not because the style is bad, kids. I fucking am with Lost Boys that much that I fucking started wearing the dangling earrings, man. It's fucking sick. But or you can call me a fucking hipster anyway. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's still dope. But no, this movie was just so fucking good because it's super campy. Mm-hmm. It has its horror moments.
Yes.
But it's not super scary to where it's gonna fucking like be like, oh my god, keep you up at night. But it just does just enough that it's creepy.
Right. Yes, I agree.
I mean, this is a coming of real shit. This is a coming of age movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
This is really coming of age. Like, just dude fucking moves from town.
Yeah, moves to a new town.
Gets to know people. Hits vampire puberty.
Yeah,
And
basically, exactly.
Yeah, exactly what that is. It's literally that. This movie has so many other shit going on for it, and it's actually pretty dope. Like that was just re-seeing it and seeing it as an adult made me appreciate it more because I can definitely I definitely been where Michael's been through.
Right.
Kind of, sort of, except for like not wanting to, suck blood.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. That's how you catch AIDS, kids.
Hey, that was the thing, especially in the 80s. Oof.
Yeah, man. Holy shit. But no, David as a character was so fucking cool to me that it just was iconic. Like, I fuck with David.
Yeah.
David and Michael, yeah. But David, yeah, just...
Yeah, because that's an iconic villain.
Fucking, platinum blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, dangling earring, the duster.
Yeah.
Just the whole fucking swag of like.
Yeah,
80s.
the cool swag. Like if I was watching this movie, we're watching this movie tonight, and I'm like, I would have joined that game.
Yeah, dude. I'm asking myself, would you have fucking joined the Lost Boys? Yeah,
I would have. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely would have, even though there wasn't any black or Mexicans in this movie whatsoever.
Right. Well, no, there's like they made sure to show the Mexicans as like a gang.
Yeah.
Look at this bad side of town. Look at these essays over here.
Exactly. Like, hey, look at Cheech.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that was the vibe I'm getting. Like certain ones, and then I'm like, then I realized ain't no black folks in this movie.
Yeah, I did not see one black. I
didn't see not one black folks in this movie. I'm like, because probably we knew better than not go to fucking Santa Clara. We were like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like, nah.
They were like, wait a minute. Nah, there's vampires here. Nah, we out, fam.
Nah, son, we got to deal with vampires and police. No, sir. No, sir. But but no, I mean, all that, like, even jokes aside and shit, this movie fucking still, this movie is 30 plus years old and it still fucking holds up.
Yeah.
Even with the fucking visual effects and, like, everything else, it fucking still holds up, dude.
Yes,
like, it
absolutely.
really does. Yeah. Storyline, and it's still goofy. Like, we saw it, we actually went to the Alamo theaters here in Austin, Texas to see it.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Draft House.
Yes, sir. I actually enjoy the Draft House a lot now.
Yeah.
We went there and we saw it, and seeing it in theaters, it was like, man, it gave it a different vibe.
Yeah, it's always great to watch like an old movie you love in the movie theaters. Like if you have a chance when the world is back to normal, hopefully, if you have a chance to like see a movie you love and on the big screen, do it. I promise you will enjoy it 100%. It is just it's an amazing experience.
Yes, it is. Like 100%. Like we saw it. We saw it on it was coming up in theaters. We were like, "Yo, do you want to catch this?" He was like, "Actually, Jose, you asked me.
Yeah.
Did you want to watch this?" And we were like, "Yeah." It was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! This is Lost Boys. I fucking love Lost Boys." And it's like, "Yo, it's on a Friday too, perfect." And we fucking went out and we watched it, and it was still seeing it in theaters. Really opened my eyes to certain shit because like I've watched that movie at home. To one point, it was the movie I watched going to bed every fucking night.
There you go.
And it was funny to me because it was a lot of these parts that I didn't remember, and I'm just like, wow, when the fuck did they add this? I'm like, wait, nope, never mind. It felt chilling, like certain scenes where it was just like dark in the house and shit. And I'm just like waiting for a jump scare, and jump scares weren't really popping like that, at least with like music or anything. it just had a fucking eerie vibe to it. Mm-hmm. Not like super terrifying, but it was kind of like, yo, something's gonna pop out and get him. Mm-hmm. But you don't know what is, and then it was just like, oh shit! It was just just Michael. Like you know, it's fucking. It was just a really fucking dope experience for a movie I love.
Right.
So, I mean, any other thought processes before we get into this?
No, not top of my head. I can't think of none. You're nailing it on the head, buddy.
All right. Now, let's give you the tale of the tape here.
Tale of the tape
with Mr. David from the Lost Boys, provided by Villains Wiki. Obviously, the occupation is he is a. Not gonna spoil. No, okay. You know what? Before we do this, we have a really bad habit of not telling you when we're about to spoil the movie.
Right. Yeah.
So this is now we're gonna do better for you guys and say straight up, heavy fucking spoiler warning.
Yes, this is your warning, everybody. If you haven't seen The Lost Boys, please do yourself a favor and watch this movie.
Yes, we understand that most of you guys who listen to our show. Either haven't seen these movies because we're super nerdy and niche nerds and haven't fucking seen it. Right. But at the same time, like, do yourself a favor. If we cover it, try to try to find it because more than likely we want to share this experience with you.
Yeah.
And then also we are going to do a better job of telling you where you can stream this. Unfortunately. You can't stream this anywhere.
No, not at the moment. I feel like this movie pops up on Netflix every once in a while.
So, real shit, yes.
Yeah.
Also, if you have a cable provider, it does show up on cable channels. Like, I know for a fact it does show up on El Rey. If you have El Rey Network, it sometimes shows up on TNT.
They showed it on, like, IFC the other night.
Yeah, IFC especially. Yeah. Like, you can watch these. And just, like, if you have cable, just try to find Lost Boys. And I think the cheapest you can rent it for is, like, $3.99.
Yeah.
So... enjoy. So,
and we recommend it. We'll give our stamp of approval to like rent this movie. It's that good.
Yes, it is that. It's in Shaggy's top 5.
There you go.
You guys will know this. It is in my fucking top 5. Period. But once again, let's go back to the tale of the tape. He is second in command of a group of vampires. His power and skill is flight, superhuman speed, heavy fucking charisma, immortality, quote unquote, and illusions. He pretty much his main goal is to pretty much turn people into vampires or just cause a havoc. He's pretty much a teenager.
Yeah, he's literally like a teenage vampire. He just wants to fucking have fun.
Yeah, he just wants to have fun.
He just wants to have fun. Unfortunately, having fun meaning he's gonna kill and eat some people.
Oh yeah, he's gonna kill people. It's gonna happen.
You know, hey,
typical vampire shit.
Yeah.
All right, and obviously, like I said before, that was a small tale of the tape for Mr. David.
It's like the tagline says, party all night, sleep all day. Life's fun when you're a vampire.
Yes.
So
Lost Boys, 1987, starring Kiefer Sutherland as David, the late Corey Haim as Sam Emerson, Jason Patrick as Michael Emerson, Jamie Gertz as Star, Corey Feldman as Edgar Frog, Jameson Newlander as Alan Frog, Diane Wiest as Lucy, Alex Winter as Marco.
Excellent.
Yes, I knew one of us could fucking resist.
Exactly.
Billy Worth as Dwayne, Edward Herman as Max, Brooke McCarter as Paul, and the late Bernard Hughes as Grandpa. So
and Tim Capello as Sexy Sax Man.
Tim Capello, Sexy Sax Man.
Random thought real quick. I just realized the star, the main chick in this movie. Mm-hmm. I just realized she's like the wife in Twister.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Really?
It just hit me when I saw her new picture. I'm like, why does she look familiar now?
Dude, yeah. James
and then I'm like, oh, she's from Twister, bruh.
Yeah, man.
Well, mine's kind of mini blown.
Yeah, like,
I'm holding it in.
Boom. Like, you just like a little fucking mini explosion.
Yeah, it's like...
Shit, man. So, hey, you know what time it is, babes. Hit him with that fucking synopsis.
Ooh, let's go. Let me take a deep breath for this synopsis. Boy, we are in for one. Let's go. The Lost Boys, 1987. After moving to a new town, two brothers discover that the area is a haven for vampires. There we go. That's what I said. I was like, well, damn, this synopsis is straight to the point, but okay.
Hey, we get it done around these parts.
That's right. Let's go.
So, yeah, man. First off, I'm just going to say this right now because I know if we don't talk about it, we're gonna fucking lose time.
Okay, let's
I
go.
fucking love the Frog Brothers.
Oh, they're fucking great.
I
They are
fucking love
great.
the Frog Brothers, and I love the Grandpa. Like, they are my favorite. Michael and fucking David. They're my guys,
Yeah.
but like Grandpa and the Frog Brothers,
Real talk. If we couldn't be in the Lost Boys, we would definitely be the Frog
we
Brothers.
fucking be Frog Brothers, bro.
Yeah, just
Definitely
running a
Frog
comic
Brothers.
shop. That's
Yep,
fucking
that's
dope.
us to a
Let's
T,
go,
bro.
dog. Yeah,
That's us to a T. Fucking running a comic shop.
Yeah.
And fucking like killing vamps, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Which one? Okay, real shit, dog. Which of the Frog Brothers would you think we'd be?
you probably be Corey Feldman.
You're right.
You have
All
more.
right.
You have the more outgoing attitude.
Yeah.
I'm more the more reserved in the back.
That's what I was thinking because I
Like-
was like, dog, I don't want to be like. I think Corey Feldman's as Edgar Frog.
Yeah.
And his brother Alan Frog. If you haven't noticed, they're named after Edgar Allan Poe,
There you go. Hey.
which is small
Yeah.
trivia. But
Look at
these-
Shag taking the trivia flag.
I know, right? Dude, I'm so
Yeah.
proud.
I'm
so
happy for
proud,
you, man.
bro.
Let's go.
Like, I'm so proud. Yeah, man. It's just the fact that I think Alan is the older brother. I want to say. I think in the lore.
If you maybe, yeah, I think so.
I think lore, Alan's the older brother, and like Edgar is the more like popular one. But it's kind of like watching that movie again. I'm like, dude, if we fucking did this, that is us to a fucking T, man. Like, yeah. And then like part of me is like, yeah, we've killed vampires before. It's like we've never killed vampires.
Yeah, we
before.
really haven't.
We're
but, you know.
bullshitting, but we definitely
Fake it till you make it, baby.
exactly
Yeah.
like fuck it. We're here now. Fuck it, we're gonna
Exactly.
do it. Like I know they're real.
Exactly.
Well, I haven't killed one, even though we're gonna lie and say we did.
Yeah.
But we're getting ahead. Well, the reason why I'm talking about them now is because I'm getting this out of the way because obviously this is Cinema Villains. We talk about the villain here
Yeah.
as we're reviewing the movie. But this movie has so many lovable parts in it that we have to give them shine where shine is.
Yeah.
And they didn't, and they don't even show up in the movie until about
But the Frog
about
Brothers-
20 minutes.
Yeah,
about 20 minutes in.
Yeah, when he's exploring the boardwalk.
boardwalk.
Yeah, they pop up.
So, all right. So we're
They try to gatekeep old boy. They're like,
Bro,
oh, what you doing with this? What you think?
hold up. Yeah, we're gonna let's all right. So let's get into the movie because
Yeah.
it's so good. All right. So obviously we see the movie starts with the theme song.
Cry, little sister, thou shalt not fall. I'm glad you're singing the theme
Yeah.
song with me, Shag.
This
I know
is-
you're normally
this is
anti.
top, this is top 5. Baby. This is top
Anti-Jose
5.
theme song
exactly,
singing.
Exactly. This is
Because part of me was like, okay, we're doing the Lost Boys. A song with a prominent theme song, and
Yes.
Shag expects me not to sing along with
Yes.
this. Okay, I'm
I
already
can't.
hyped.
I just don't want to be now. I just didn't want to fuck up the words.
Yeah,
But I'm like, okay, with you here, with you guiding me,
here you go.
you guiding me.
I can be your guide. Like,
Yes, I feel better.
You know, I can be your halo.
Yes.
Call
Stop.
me-
Stop. You were doing so good.
You know, I'm your saving grace.
You
or
were doing
whatever.
so
I don't
good.
know. I
You
can't
were
think of
doing
this. I
so
don't know the
fucking
words of
good.
that, so you're
Jesus
good.
Christ. I know the fucking words and
Oh,
I
wow,
refuse.
okay.
Fuck, now it's in my head. But
Oh no,
no.
we'll get Cry Little Sister back in our head. no time.
but yeah, it's just the opening shot. The movie
You know what's
just,
hilarious about the song? Side. I was listening to a podcast about the Lost Boys one time.
Mm-hmm.
Some dude was like, "Can I just go on a tangent? Do you know how many goth strippers came out to that theme song in the '90s?"
I believe it.
You're like, this was pre-Manson, so every
Oh
goth
my
stripper
God,
came out to
dude.
this damn "Cry Little Sister" song. It was just fucking hilarious. It
Man,
cracked me
I
up.
swear to God, bro. Like that.
When he said this was pre-Manson, that's when I lost my shit. I was like, God damn.
Oh man, I gotta ask my goth friends about that shit, man.
There you go.
That's so funny, but nah, most of them are not fucking like they're.
They're
I'm
not
old-
strippers, or
I'm,
no?
no, they're
Oh.
well, they might be, but they're. I'm not old. They're not. I'm older than they are,
Oh,
so
okay,
it's kind
so
of like
yeah.
fuck. I'm
So they had
grandfathered.
Manson.
Yeah, they had Manson.
Yeah.
they did not have this.
But back to the movie. Yeah.
Yes, the movie fucking just opens up. It's just like a vision of the theme song hits, but it's just pretty much the pier,
Yeah,
the
it's like-
boardwalk, and then like you see the roller coaster and shit and everything else. You get introduced to David and the gang, the Lost Boys gang.
Yes, you do. They're on a merry-go-round.
Yeah,
Carousel.
They're on a carousel merry-go-round,
Yeah.
and they're just pretty much causing a ruckus. It's just pretty much like you know that they're the bad kids.
Yeah. 'Cause
like they're
they
just
see
causing shit.
They see a girl, like, hey, girl, what's up? And some
Yeah.
other dude's like, some other dude who looks like young, Terry
Dog.
Funk?
Yeah,
Like,
like-
if that dude told me Terry Funk was his dad, I'd probably believe him. He had a funny looking face, man.
Bro, like that whole time, he's just sitting there. They're just sitting there macking on like women in that crowd, and the dude just like straight up fight him. And then the fucking cop comes up, who cop comes
Not
up,
even a cop. He wasn't
Dude,
like
he was like- he
a
was like-
boardwalk security.
Yeah,
or something?
boardwalk security fucking grabs David and it's like, yo, I told you to stay off the boardwalk. And then David and his crew leaves the
They're
boardwalk.
like,
and then,
time to go, boys,
like,
or something like
David
that.
and his crew leaves. And we get the scene is next. After the merry-go-round, you get a scene, and it's our first, it's our first appearance of just something weird happening.
Yeah, because you
we
get
start
like an
seeing
aerial shot.
You get one thing I love what this movie does. They don't tell you that they're vampires until much, much later.
Yeah.
Like you see the camera just swoop in and just grab something. You think it could be like a fucking pterodactyl or some crazy
Right,
shit.
yeah, you don't know what it is.
You don't know what the fuck it is. It just like swoops in. So the fucking rent-a-cop is like legit just walking, I guess, to his car. His night is
Right.
gone. And then out of nowhere, fucking swooped up and they lift his fat ass up in the air. And I'm like, God damn, vampires are strong. Because that's a big boy.
That was a big dude, yeah.
And they just fucking grab him, and it's just like that's how that shit starts. And then obviously we get a camera cut to the Emerson family.
Yeah.
You get like Sam, Michael, and their mom,
And the dog, Nanook. What
Nanook.
Nanook, there you go.
Nanook. And Nanook. This is probably one of those one movies that I can fucking sit here and review, and I can feel definitely confident on not fucking up where this movie was.
Right, exactly.
It's crazy. But no, the family's just riding. They're coming from Arizona. The boy's mom, Lucy, is she moved from Arizona to Santa Clara because of a divorce.
Yes.
So she's moving to live with her dad.
Yeah.
Their grandpa, and pretty much they're just kind of like, oh man, like we smell like death, and it was like, and then Sam Emerson, who is Corey Haim, who I thought was probably one of the better Corys.
Yeah.
He was definitely the more like.
It was just him and Corey Feldman, right?
It was Corey Feldman.
It was the Corys. Yeah,
there was the Corys, but they were like they were damn near side by side. They were in like majority of movies together. But like I will say, he was the more handsomer Corey. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because Corey always had like a weird face.
He had like
Feldman.
Feldman had the weird face.
Feldman had the voice, though.
Yeah, no, Feldman had the fucking grown man voice.
Yeah, he had the grown man.
But
That
Haim had
was
the
Donatello,
looks.
baby. Let's go.
Yeah, Haim had the fucking
Yeah.
looks, man. But the crazy shit about Haim was one thing that killed me in this movie. His fucking mouth just stayed open.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, can you not breathe through your nose? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, no disrespect to the late Corey Haim, but it was just like when he was a kid, fucking just like his mouth was just open. Like, are you going to either say something, or are you breathing, or what are you doing? Like, did you just run to the set and you're breathing out of your mouth?
Yeah, I
like,
feel you
what
on
the
that.
fuck? But anyway, so we have them just driving up. And they reach there, and obviously they pass the fucking Welcome to Santa Clara sign billboard.
Yes.
And Michael's kind of like,
He's staring
whatever.
at it.
He's staring at it, and then obviously it pans to the back of it and says "Murder Capital of the World."
Yep.
And he's like raising
like,
an eyebrow,
fuck? Yeah.
like raising an eyebrow, and they're just like playing whatever music, and they're just driving to their grandparents' house. Well, his grandfather's house. They finally get to the house, and you see Grandpa. Everybody gets out of the car. They see a fucking body on the ground. It's Grandpa.
Yeah.
Grandpa's just laying there, like looking like he's fucking dead.
You're like, I think he's dead.
He's like, yeah. The kids are like, yo, I think he's dead. It's like, oh no. And fucking Lucy, and bless Diane Wee, she's so pure.
Yeah, in this movie, absolutely.
Yeah, not just like she's like in most movies that I've seen her in, she's super pure, bro.
There you go.
Like this is the perfect. You picked the perfect woman to play in this movie,
Right.
Like she's like, oh no, he's just a heavy sleeper, and he's like, nope, he's dead as hell. Like the kids are like, well, we going back to Arizona? And they're like, nah, and then fucking. It's like, yo, and then Grandpa's faking his, like, just fake dead and shit. He's just trying to scare him.
Yeah.
And Grandpa's a fucking jokester. Like, this motherfucker is a clown. I respect him for that. But,
Yeah.
he gets up, and, they trying to introduce each other. And, like, one thing is, it's dated because first thing when they get in the house, Sam, the younger brother, is sitting here going like, man, there's no TV. He literally says TV like 5 times.
Yeah, no TV. You know what that means? There's no MTV.
There's no MTV. And I'm like, wow, this is dated. But all
Yeah,
right.
because everyone's like, damn, he wants to watch reality TV,
Exactly.
I guess.
Like,
and we're like, oh, guys.
Ain't no music videos on this bitch. So I don't know what you fucking
Yeah.
watching. But, nah, man, they're kind of getting settled in their surroundings and shit. Like, and Grandpa is, let's just say, he is what I aspire to be when I get older. Just as weird, but just as eccentric.
Yeah.
Like, the man's pretty much, from what I gather, he's a taxidermist.
Yes.
Taking, like, stuffing, like, animals like owls, beavers, deer heads, everything else. I think he is a taxidermist and everything else. And he tells the kids some of his rules of the house. Obviously, especially the main rule, don't mess with the second shelf in the fridge.
Right.
That's where he keeps his root beers and his double stuffed Oreo cookies. And I'm like, my God, it's like I'm looking in a mirror.
There you go.
Except replace root beers with IPAs, and my Oreos will probably not be in the fridge, but I'm probably going to start keeping my Oreos in the fridge now. I'm going to see how that works.
Right, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how that works. But, like, real shit. He just comes up with his rules, and I think one of the silliest rules is like, hey, when you... Actually, no, it's not really silly. He's talking about the TV guide. He's like, if you see... Now, when the TV guide comes in the mail, you see, like, the corner bent up, you're going to get the opportunity to want to rip it. Don't rip it, because that's going to mess up the front cover.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, then one of the kids, and Sam asks him, so why do you have a TV guide if there's no TV? He's like, when you have a TV guide, you don't need a TV.
That's kind of true, yeah.
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but Grandpa is so fucking... This dude, man, yeah. When I say this movie has characters, and these characters are fantastic, but he only pales in comparison to the fucking Frog Brothers, which we fucking meet here actually in the next scene. Because obviously they are going to, get a night out on the town, be out on the pier and shit, or the fucking boardwalk. And obviously you got Sexy Sax Man.
There you go, just playing his tune.
Playing that fucking theme song.
Moving those hips. I'm like, God damn, let's go.
Hey, man, so you knew this is a Joel Schumacher movie.
Yes.
This man was...
Shirtless, yeah.
Shirtless, covered in oil, and was moving those hips.
Yes.
It was just super Joel
in
Schumacher.
your face, too.
It was
really
like up front.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I like my men like this. Like, this is how I like my... Like, Jesus Christ, Joel, we get it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. But he had Tom over there fucking hip swaying and everything else. And then, like, you see Sam and Michael in the crowd kind of enjoying it, being hypnotized to Saxman's nipples.
Yeah.
Oiled up nipples.
Yeah, oiled the fuck up, man.
Jesus, man. I thought homie was sweating. No, this bitch was glistening. Jesus Christ, man. Like, Sexy Sax Man just swaying. But then he also sees Star in the crowd. And we all get... We've literally been where Michael's been. If you see a fine-ass girl... Fine-ass girl or fine-ass dude in whatever specs,
yeah,
you were fucking staring. Like, you're like, fuck, my God. Look at him. Like, he looked like he fucking saw an angel.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm like, okay, bro, I get it, because we've all been there. And of course we all had either the homie that wasn't interested or like in just everything else, because his little brother.
Brother ain't worried about that right now.
Sam's like, man, fuck that. He's like, why are you looking at coochie, bro? Like, just
look at this sexy sax man.
Look at the Sexy Sax Man.
Look at those fucking abs, bro.
Like, part of me is like, yo, is that Joel telling him, say, hey man, stop. Just go back and look at what's on stage. That's even better.
Look at that. Yeah.
Look at that. What's on stage. Look at what I've given you.
Yeah, exactly.
But Michael is fucking smitten. So he's like doing whatever he can to go fucking holler at her.
Yeah.
And so the boys fucking split up. And they go do their own thing. Now, one thing I'm dropping is Lucy, who just arrived, is looking for a job. She sees a fucking a
little kid, lost little kid.
She sees the help wanted sign first.
Oh, that's right.
And then sees the little kid and like tries to help the kid out. So Max, who's Ed Herman, Max fucking sees this because he runs a video store. Which, by the way, shouts out to that video store, because you literally saw like random fucking movies
Yes.
that I remember growing up watching on fucking HBO. Like, for instance, I wanted to fucking nudge you and say, yo, that Once Bitten?
Yeah, Once Bitten.
Yes, Jim Carrey classic. Which was funny because it was like little things that movie was doing.
Yeah.
Not Once Bitten, but like I'm talking about Lost Boys. Little things that saying, yo, vampire, vampire, vampire.
Yeah.
Because you saw all these fucking like little droplets of hints
Yeah.
of like vampire themed shit.
Yeah.
And like Once Bitten, and there was another fucking. I know they had European Vacation.
Yeah, European
And then they
Vacation.
had something.
If you look at the VHS tape closely, you can see Goonies.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey.
Like you can see like all these fucking movies that are
Yeah.
like super 80s, but obviously they're just.
Speaking of Once Bitten,
Yeah.
you know what's crazy?
What's up?
As we mentioned Jim Carrey, he was considered to be David at one point.
Yo, dog. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Dude. Holy shit. Like, where. How the fuck. That would have been fucking interesting, though.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like, it would have been.
Yeah. But I don't know if he had the Kiefer drip, though.
So, no. It was early Jim Carrey.
yeah, that's the thing. It was early Jim Carrey.
So he was. We knew he was a comedian, but you didn't know he didn't do Ace Ventura until like the '90s and everything
yeah.
else.
Yeah, this
So
wasn't even in Living Color yet.
No,
yeah.
You can. He probably could have pulled that off.
You think so?
He could have pulled it off because he wasn't a clown yet.
Right. Well, Once Bitten, he was kind of clownish. In that movie,
Yeah, but he was because it was also a horror comedy.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just as this one was stated as a horror comedy, but Jim could have, as we know now, Jim can be the serious roles. Like
Yeah.
he can do that, and even like David is kind of serious. But how could you? But I guess I can't even think of Jim Carrey having blonde hair though. That would have been
Yeah, that
weird.
would have been weird. He probably just wouldn't have had blonde hair.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, that fit. Kiefer Sutherland didn't have blonde hair when he did that. He just dyed it.
Yeah.
So, but it worked.
Yeah, and Kiefer, what brought him on board? Because Kiefer didn't want to do this at first. He was like, "Nah, I don't think I feel it."
I think I remember this. Keep
But
going.
he wasn't until he heard that Joel Schumacher, had what is this? INXS, that band?
Yeah.
NX. And Jimmy Barnes to be on the soundtrack. And he's like,
Yep.
oh, I fucking love those guys. Fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. He fucking.
So
Yeah, I
the
do
music,
remember.
yeah.
I do remember that Kiefer was like, "Yo, the soundtrack slaps. I'm in."
Yeah, that's literally
one thing.
Yeah.
That's one thing I remember him saying. But no, Lucy finds the kid's mom. Max sees this, and Max is like smitten himself. And actually is trying to see, is like, hey, well, how can I help you? And Lucy is like, well, I would like to have a job. So Lucy applies for the job to be working in a video store, to work days. But anyway,
That's like interesting.
so Sam pops up into a comic shop ran by what I can only assume is permanently drugged up hippies.
Yeah, because they're literally in the same spot the entire movie.
Yes, they don't move.
No.
Not at all. Like
Yeah.
they're in that spot.
They've been in that spot next to the TV, looking like they work for WWE and
Yep.
watching the TV at the weird fucking angle
Yep.
where you look at
with sunglasses and just knocked out.
Yeah.
Like they are on a like, yes, yo, we're gonna smoke this doobie and we're going to be out.
Yep.
Like so obviously that comic shop is ran by the Frog family, and we get our first appearance at Edward and then his brother Alan Frog.
Yep.
And that's Corey Feldman.
And James New. No, what was his name?
Yeah, I'm pulling up. It's Jameson Newlander.
There you go.
So you mentioned gatekeeping.
Yeah.
They see Sam and they're like, they gave him like, you don't belong here.
Yeah, it's like the Froyo shop closed.
Yeah, like, hey, that Diet Froyo
There you
spot
go.
closed. Like, hey, that Diet Froyo spot closed. I can't do a fucking Edward voice if I wanted
Corey,
to.
yeah.
He said the Diet Froyo, like that shit closed. He's like, you can get out. He's like, oh, yeah. It's like, so what else are you looking for? He's like, well, I'm here looking for a Batman 14.
Like, oh, that's a big issue. Like, that's a
He was
pretty.
like, that's a big issue.
Yeah.
Only 5. It's like only 5 in existence. He's like 4 actually. I'm always looking for the other 3.
And they're like,
And they're like,
yeah. They're like,
okay.
Oh, okay.
okay, so you know
You
your
wanna
books.
flex. He's like, you wanna flex.
Exactly. You trying to flex on us, huh? All right, yuppie. What do you got for us? And they just start spitting comics, and like obviously he's like that fucking scene right there is kind of like equivalent to what happens now. It's
Yeah.
because like even if you gatekeep,
Yeah.
It can be one out of two things. Either they do not fuck with you, or they want to fuck with you after that.
Right.
Like you've earned my respect.
Yeah.
Because at that point, Sam's like, yeah, you can't put this Superman here. Because this hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
You can't put that Superman here either, because that hadn't happened yet. And they're kind of looking at each other like, you know your comics.
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna do a horrible Edward Frog.
You just
impression.
talk like Donatello, bro.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what you gotta try to do.
Like, make it all gruff and shit. That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. Like, for every time he fucking speaks, because god damn it, man, it was so good.
Yeah.
So fucking good. You know, and they were like, you pretty much gave like, hey, you earned my respect, and they just said,
Yeah,
hey,
here, read this. or
read
something
this,
like
and he fucking gave him a vampire comic book,
that. Yeah.
Vampire Chronicles, I believe,
Something like that. Yeah, I can't remember.
And they said, he said, I don't read horror comics. You want to read this one?
Yeah.
So it's like, so you're kind of like, man. You're like, you're just like, man, okay. So he's literally telling him, you need to educate yourself.
Yeah.
So it's so funny because they are dressed like militant,
Yeah.
like throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Like that's the thing Joe Schumacher wanted. He wanted them like, okay, I want y'all to watch number Rambo and like Chuck Norris movies.
you definitely,
Yeah,
fucking Edward Frog definitely had the Rambo.
Yeah, that's what he
vibe.
told Corey from and he's like, I need you to dress like an action star right now. So watch Rambo and watch like the Chuck Norris movies.
My man's had the fucking Rambo headband,
Yeah, he had
red
the-
one
he had
and
the
the
little-
blue one,
yeah.
ready to go, rocking. And
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, okay. And fucking his brother Alan is just like had the fucking military jackets and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, yo, these motherfuckers are pimp, man. They got fucking swaggy too, man. It was just dope. And meanwhile, speaking of which, Michael gets like finally sees the girl.
Yeah.
But he sees when he catches up with her, the girl is riding off with David and the gang.
Yep.
And they're on motorcycles. And Michael's like, "Fuck, all right." So they go back home and pretty much just that home stuff, man. At that point, it's just a little bit of story building. Nothing really happens too much to say right there. You get to the point to where Michael is, like I said, homie is smitten. Homie wants to be with her, man.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I am going to shoot my shot if I see her again.
Yes.
So obviously we get Grandpa's antics with his car.
Yeah.
They get in the car. Him and
He's like,
Sam get in the car.
Time to go to town.
Time to go to town. And
He
he's
cranks
like,
it up. He cranks it up.
cranks it up, lets him warm up, and then turns that sumbitch right off. And Sam, who's in the passenger seat, looks at him like, "Well, I thought we were going to town." He's like, "That's about as close to town as I get."
Yep.
This movie does a great fucking job of giving everyone warning signs.
Yes.
Like, hey, I don't go into fucking town. My guy, there's vampires and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like warning sign. Like, just if you guys are going to watch this movie again, look at all of the fucking signs they give you.
Yeah.
Like, look at them all. Like, this is either some of them are
Yeah,
like,
because if you pay attention, Grandpa knew what was up.
yeah, Grandpa been new. Grandpa's like, they're not coming the fuck out here.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. And if you noticed, he fucking was not just that. He had stakes
Yes.
that he fucking kept with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just had them on the side. He fucking knew.
Yeah.
He just didn't tell them, which is kind of fucked up. Though, why would you put your fucking
Right,
people?
but I
in
guess
danger?
like who's gonna? I do not expect them to believe me. That's the only reason I can see him not probably telling.
yeah,
them.
you know what? Because he had that sensibility about him. He's like, they're not gonna believe me.
Yeah, so I might as well just keep it to myself.
Yeah,
Hope for the best.
yeah, pretty much. So pretty much, Michael heads back into town. And he starts to update his look to fit in. He buys a
buys a leather jacket.
He buys a fucking jacket, which that is a swaggy ass jacket.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that was a swag ass jacket. And then I was like, is it brown? Is it fucking black?
Is that the Leon Kennedy?
Is it, I was thinking, is it the Leon Kennedy? I was like, man, but it's not. It was black, so it's black, or it's like a dark fucking brown.
Yeah.
It was weird. He grabs the jacket and he's looking at ear piercings, like the dangling ear piercings to fit in, and he gets a voice saying like,
That's a ripoff.
"That's a ripoff."
It was a scam. Something
Yeah,
like
it's like it's a ripoff. It was a ripoff.
Yeah.
And he turns around and he sees a Star. And Star is sitting there going like, "Yeah, it's a ripoff." And it's like, if you want, I could do it to you for free. And they're he's like, okay, being a sucker.
Yeah.
And then, driving, and then obviously they're walking around, and then Star gets called, and David says, come on, Star.
Yeah, he pulls up on his bike. Yeah,
he pulls up on because Michael and Star are about to go out on I guess.
Because he's like, hey, I'll take you to dinner.
Yeah, you want something to eat? He's like, yeah, I can go for something. And then I'm fucking thinking, yeah, I see why. I'll touch on this a little bit later. It just clicked to me. I was like, oh shit! I just fucking signs like I've been saying. David fucking calls on the Star to get on the bike, and Michael is like, yo.
Cock blocked.
Exactly. He's getting cock blocked, and he's like, yo, he's giving him that eye. He's like, yo, is that your girl?
Yeah.
Is that your girl? And David's like not saying shit. He's like, what's it to you? And then they pretty much say straight up, he's like, okay, if you know where this spot is, follow us. He's like, he looks at Michael.
Well, he's like, hey, you know where this place is? Yeah. And I guess Michael took it as like a challenge. Like a race.
Michael took it as a race.
Yeah, and he's like, man, I can't keep up with you on this bike. Yeah.
You don't have to. You just have to keep up.
Yep.
And they go on their rousing adventure to a pier.
A
not
bluff.
a pier.
A bluff.
He
said something over. I forgot what it was.
It was like over
like
the
a
beach.
cliff.
Like it was like a cliff.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking. You get 80s, not montage, but you get the 80s fucking music and shit as they're riding their motorcycles down the highway and doing what they need to do. And then next thing you know, you get fucking. You get just normal music and shit, and then they reach, but they're also playing chicken.
Yeah.
So when they get to the bluff or the cliff, they're still riding their motorcycles, and it says, "Come on!" It's like, "Come on, Michael, come on!" And they're fucking trying to drive, and then Michael fucking chickens out, breaks his bike, rolls over.
Yeah.
David stops.
Like right at the edge.
Right at the edge and starts laughing. Mm-hmm. Michael gets up and fucking punches David in the fucking face. It's
he's about that action. He's like,
Michael's like, yo, fucking run up. And obviously, fucking Michael runs up. All of David's, his crew comes up and is like, yeah, holding Michael back. He's like, nah, man, fuck that. Me and you.
Yeah.
Just me and you. Mm-hmm. And Michael's like, looking at him. Michael's like ready to fucking fight.
Yeah.
David's looking at him like, come on, bro. This ain't what you.
David had to look like, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, David's like, okay, he's got moxie. He's like, this ain't what you want though.
Yeah.
Come on, you're cool with us. Come on, we got something else to show you.
Yeah.
And then they fucking go out to to their hideout.
Yeah, to their
which
lair,
is I can only explain as what happens when a teenager in the 80s finds an abandoned place.
Yeah. That's
sort of livable. These motherfuckers were homeless.
Yeah, basically.
These motherfuckers were homeless. Mm-hmm. However, they needed a cave. It was solitude. It was actually an old hotel that was down on the beach, and it collapsed because of the fault lines and shit. They built it on that, and it just fucked up. He
explains it they built it on a fault line, and on 1906, he said the big one hit, and this place pretty much got swallowed.
Yep, it got swallowed up, and now it's our place.
Yeah.
So they pretty much made it into a haven. It's pretty much their fucking vampire lair.
Right.
Obviously, we get one of the iconic scenes. He's like, "Would you like some with
the Chinese food?"
Because old boy comes in with the Chinese food.
Bill, Alex Winter, Bill from Bill and Ted. He comes in Chinese.
Yeah, Marco.
Well, that is okay.
Yeah, Marco.
Oh, that's right. It was. Yeah,
Marco's in his name. Is his name in this one, but yeah, he comes up with a box of Chinese, and part of me is sitting there wait, vampires can't fucking eat. But then again, but they fucked. It's a lot of the fucking lore in this that they fucked up.
Yeah,
but it's still it's fucking vampires. They're not.
Yeah, vampires aren't supposed to be able to eat, but
they're not. Vampires can literally sneeze blood. None of this shit's real. It's whatever you want to make it up to be. So that's why I was kind of spinning my disbelief.
Right.
But they got this Chinese food, and David offers Michael rice. He says, what is he? He says 1 billion Chinese.
He's like, no, thank you. He's like, oh, come on, Michael. 1 billion Chinese can't be wrong.
You can't the Chinese people can't be wrong. Now, can they? And they start laughing. And Michael say, all right, yeah, cool. Takes the rice.
And he's going to town.
And he's going to fucking town. And fucking David looks at Michael. How's your maggots, Michael?
He's like, what?
Yes, Michael. Yeah, your maggots. You're eating maggots.
And he looks down at the box of maggots.
It's a fucking box of maggots, and he fucking drops them shits on the ground, and they're fucking just laughing. He's like, what the fuck? Well, he ain't cussing, but he's literally giving you that idea of
And then he looks at it again, and it's rice.
Yeah. He's like, relax, man. Why'd you drop your rice?
Yeah.
Like he's fucking with him. David is fucking with him the entire time. He's like, hey man, well, I see that. It's my bad, man. I apologize. Would you like some noodles?
He is like,
And they say, would you like some noodles? Like he said, those are worms. I was like,
and he looks at the box. And
he's like, those are fucking worms. He's like, those are worms. He's like, they're just noodles, Michael.
Noodles, Mike. And he goes to eat it, and he's like, stop. And then when he pulls it
out, and it's just noodles.
Yeah.
And he's like, what, man? Here, take it. And then Michael's just like,
what the fuck is going on?
Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the moment I seen that fucking rice and maggots, and then it was actual rice again, I'm like, nah, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Well, they gave him a little joint, didn't they? Like,
they gave
didn't they say appetizer? Or
yeah, you
like
want an appetizer? Yeah, but there ain't no dude.
At that point, I'm like, okay, these motherfuckers drugged my ass.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what you're thinking.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're right.
Maybe he's thinking that too.
He's it's like maybe they drugged me. Me personally, I'm like, yo, fuck that. Like, I'm hungry enough. I'm high enough that I'm hungry to try anything. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, these maggots taste like rice. I'm not fucking dropping no rice, bro.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Like that's just me, bro.
Yeah, because at that point, I'm like, he got to be thinking he's hallucinating. Like they fucked my shit up. They give me PCP, Holmes.
Dog, I'm gonna spit my beer up everywhere. Shit. Yeah, they gave me PCP, Holmes. Nah, man.
Oh shit.
And fucking Michael in the chicken coop.
Yeah, just scratching himself.
Like
his grandpa's chicken coop. That would have been great. That would have been fucking great.
Yeah, this motherfucker.
Yeah, man, I still ain't right.
Still ain't right, bro. That shit hilarious.
Yeah.
But no, they're fucking. So they offer them food, and then next thing you know, David pulls out a big ass wine bottle.
Yeah.
Which I can only assume
big old bedazzled
wine big
bottle.
old bedazzled fucking wine bottle, and they're like fucking drinking it, and David's like, try some of this, Michael. Like, suave
He's
as
like,
fuck.
become one of us. He literally tells him at that point.
Yeah,
like, become one of us.
He said, try some of this, Michael. Become one of us. And Michael, it's crazy because, again, this movie is more like a coming of age story of anything. Like, it's a coming of age story that happened to have vampires because Michael was put in a position to hang out who he thought was. Now he's there for. Let's be real. He's there for coochie. That's why he's there in the first place. But he's looking at these cats as like, yo, these people are kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I'll do whatever to fit in. He just moved to a place and he's trying to fucking fit in. So he's trying to do whatever he can to fit in, accepting the weed, getting the pranks. Because come on, man. After I start seeing these pranks, I'm gonna fucking start swinging on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like okay, we gonna fight, man. I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing or what you put in my shit.
Exactly. That's like that whole scene is like, yo, he could have really fought them and didn't, but he was like, all right, fuck it, whatever, and just dealt what he dealt with, and Michael offered him the fucking bottle, and. Yeah, David offers Michael the bottle. Mm-hmm. Michael takes the bottle, takes a couple of swigs. Meanwhile, Star's in the background. It's like, yo, don't drink it. It's blood.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
He's like, okay. And he's like, but she's like, bro, I'm the last person to fucking lie to you.
Yeah.
Right at this moment. And he fucking drinks the blood, and they fucking cheering him on. They're like, Michael. Michael. And they fucking cheer him on, and he fucking drinks the blood. And he don't know it's blood. He thinks it's just fucking wine.
Yeah, and at that point, David's like, you're one of us now.
He's like, you're one of us now. And then, obviously, they're going on and doing their celebration dances and shit, like goofing off and shit. They're having fun, like teenage angst, having fun and shit. And then, next thing you know, they are out doing certain things. Like, they're on their motorbikes and shit. And they start going out.
Yeah.
Like, especially to like this fucking
like railroad
bridge. Yeah. So all of them are fucking hanging out, and like he's like, well, and they all start saying technically their goodbyes.
Right.
They're sitting there going like, hey, so like, all right, good night, Michael, and they fucking one by one, and there's 4 people in the fucking Lost Boys group.
Yeah.
They all, like, one by one, they start dropping, and it's a fog underneath. You can't see where they're dropping to. Mm-hmm. And David looks at Michael and is like, come on, Michael, be one of us. And fucking drops right there on the side. And then Michael's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he looks down and sees they're all just hanging.
They're just hanging there. And then next thing you know, Michael's like, fuck it, because he's trying to fucking fit in.
Yeah.
Drops down and just starts hanging with them. Then the fucking train comes and starts shaking, and no one can hold their fucking grasp.
That's the whole
And
thing.
everybody
Dave was
fucking
like, hold on, Michael.
like
hold on.
hold on, Michael, hold on, and everybody starts dropping and laughing and shit, and Michael is fucking terrified.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm about to die. I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah.
And he starts. David fucking holds on for about as long as he can, and then he just gracefully drops with all of his fucking pimpness.
Right.
Drops down, and they're whispering, "Oh, so come on, Michael."
Yeah, because at first he thinks they're dead. Because but then the train leaves, and he can hear them all of a sudden. There's silence, and he can hear them from the bottom. Like, come on, Michael.
Here's all their fucking voices and shit, and he's like,
so he's like, what the fuck?
This is the epitome of, if all your friends are jumping off a bridge, would you jump off too?
Right.
That's literally what fucking Michael did. And he's like, fuck it, if they're doing it, I'm going to do it. And he fucking just dropped off. And till to this day, it's one of the weirdest fucking scenes because he just continues to fall, and he falls in his bed.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how he got in his bed. It's like 2 PM. And first off, he has his dirty ass clothes and shit on, and he's in his bed. Oh, God, I will never get over that. But he's dirty as fuck in his bed, and his brother Sam comes in the room and says, "Hey man, mom's calling," and mom's calling him to fucking to say to ask him to watch Sam because she has a date tonight with Max. And Michael is, before he even fucking asks that, he asks Sam, that's like, "Hey man, pass me those sunglasses there." He's like, "Sunglasses indoors?"
Yeah.
And he fucking gives him shit. He takes the sunglasses, put them on, and starts talking to his mom. I always liked that scene too because it was kind of like, yo, what's going on? So, like, it's that whole thing of like just once again coming of age,
Right.
just partying all night, but even fucking he don't know it's just a party. So he's just tripping. At this point, he's just tripping balls.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know what's going on. So obviously, Lucy was at work. She comes home. She gets ready. She leaves to go meet, I believe, meet Max at the restaurant.
And Grandpa has a date too, right?
Grandpa has a date, so it's just Sam, Nanook, and Michael in the house. Sam is still kind of tripping balls at this point. Doesn't know what's going. Not Sam. Sorry, Michael is kind of tripping balls at this point, and he tells Sam to go get ready for his bath.
Right.
Sam is listening to some song that's still imprinted in my brain, and I'm like, this is not 80s music whatsoever. I got a man.
Yeah,
he's a kid in the bathtub, like using what I'm like probably all-in-one soap.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm like,
goddamn
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, fucking everything. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is like fucking just bubbling up. And Michael is, I guess, starting to get, this is the point to where it gets creepy, like I was saying, because it was dark all through the house.
Yeah.
And Michael is starting to get that urge to feed. Michael is like sweating and everything, and he's like, "Oh my god!" They're like, He feels like he's transforming.
Yeah, he tries to drink milk, but like his body doesn't want it. Like his stomach starts to hurt.
Like, he just fucking collapses. He collapses in the kitchen.
Yeah,
and then next thing you know, he's walking up the stairs, but not with like he's walking upstairs with conviction. Like he's going to do something. Like he's walking up the stairs slowly, and you can see Nanook the dog, who's a beautiful husky dog, by the way. Looks dead at the door because he's in the bathroom while Sam is taking the bath, and he's and then just Nanook's ears kind of perk up.
Like, hey,
he's looking at the door, and he's starting to growl. Michael is walking towards the door with the intentions of fucking his brother up.
Yeah.
Not by choice.
No, the hunger took over.
Just the hunger took over, and he's like going to do that. And fucking Nanook, as soon as Michael opens the door, Nanook jumps on fucking Michael.
Leaps on that motherfucker.
Yeah, and fucking Sam doesn't see it because Sam like went under the water for like bath, but he's like, you just heard nothing but dog barking and shit, and then like just tumbling down the stairs and shit, just like that. And Sam gets out of the bathtub, walks downstairs, looking for his brother. He's like, Michael? And Michael's like Michael's on the ground holding his hand because he's like fucking bleeding.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? It's like, what the? It's like, he's like, what did you do to my dog?
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't do nothing to your dog.
Yeah, your dog bit me.
Your dog bit me.
Like, what'd you do to him?
He's like, what'd you do to him? And he's like, didn't do anything. And he's like, what'd you do to my dog, man? Why did he bite you?
Like he was protecting you.
He was protecting you. Just like delivering. And that's when like Sam looked at Michael and then kind of looked up. He's like, "Yo," he's like, "Michael, look at your reflection."
Your reflection, yep.
And the camera looks at them, and then it kind of like flips. It kind of cuts over them looking in the mirror, and it's like that. It's Sam in the mirror, but then it's Michael, kind of like a hazy visual effect.
Yeah,
like he's not fucking there, but he's there, but he's not.
It's like the effect of Patrick Swayze and Ghost.
Yes,
that type of effect. Yeah,
dude, you bring up Ghost a lot.
This is a pretty dope movie.
I guess
It's that song from Ghost, bro.
Okay, now I'm getting you started. Anyway,
yes,
we're gonna continue.
we have to go because I will sing that all night to you, Shaq.
So we see that, and fucking Sam gets pissed. He's like, "Oh, my brother's a shit sucking vampire.
Yeah.
Well, wait till mom hears about this.
Right.
Fucking like Sam, your brother can literally kill you, and you're worried about snitching.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. But so Sam is like runs into his room, calls his mom. Mom freaks out because she hears shit going on.
He's gonna kill me.
He's gonna kill me. Oh my god! And then like she leaves the restaurant where Max is.
And that's when he starts floating, right?
Michael starts to fucking float because he doesn't know how to fucking fly properly.
Yeah.
So he starts floating and he floats outside and shit.
He has
he's
the
got
phone. He's like, ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, he's like, nothing wrong, Mom. Like, shut up. I'm like, shut up, Sam. And he's like, Mom, help. And then, but she leaves the restaurant to go help her boys out. And Michael is still floating outside. Sam locks the fucking windows, and Michael is begging to be let back in.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I'm waiting for it. He's like, please. And he fucking lets Sam fucking begrudgingly opens the window and lets his brother back in. And his brother's Michael is freaking the fuck out because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, man. He's like, don't tell mom. Don't tell mom. Don't tell mom.
Well, he called the Frog Brothers at first, didn't he?
Yeah, okay, he did talk to the Frog Brothers. He called the Frog Brothers.
You gotta kill your brother.
You gotta kill your brother.
And like, if not, we'll go kill him for you.
He's like, yeah, if you can't do it, we'll do it for you. He's like, no, man, no. He's like, well, good luck. And they kind of hung up on him and shit. And he lets his brother back in, and he's like, don't tell mom. And seriously, man, we'll get this figured out.
Yeah.
Like, you're my brother, man. I got to protect you, and you got to protect me, and we got to do that. So that was very heartwarming. The mom gets home pissed off because she had to leave her date. Mm-hmm. And
he just plays it off like, oh, I read a scary comic.
Yeah, I'm just scared, you know. And the funny thing is, they call back to that because he's like, I'm scared, and he pops down, and it's just he pops up, and she's like, hey, Mom, can I lay with you tonight? Because I'm scared of reading that comic. She's like, yeah, sure, buddy. She's like, what did you eat tonight?
Did you eat pizza? I smell a lot of garlic.
I smell a lot of garlic. And this motherfucker has a garlic necklace on.
Yeah.
Which I don't even think they make anymore.
Yeah, no.
I don't even think they sell like garlic like in lines like that anymore.
You got to go to like a fucking Central Market or
Central
like
Market or some crazy shit like
Farmer's Market or some shit. Yeah, like
do you even get that? That's funny.
Go to a Mexican supermarket, bro. You will find them there.
I don't even think they would fucking still be in lines though. Like it's like I don't think like they would have them like in bushels, but not like no like necklace shit.
We'll see. I don't know. Yeah,
you're right. These are only things that you would know because I definitely don't. But
yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like if I go to a Mexican, I'm trying to think right now. I was like, nah, I think I see him at a supermarket. For Hispanic people.
And obviously, so Michael sneaks out to go get the answers. Obviously, the only answer he got was coochie because he went straight to the fucking.
Oh yeah, he went straight to the cave.
Went straight to the cave. And the regular vampire, like the Lost Boys, were not there. Mm-hmm. David and the gang were not there, but Star was.
Yeah.
And Star and them had pretty much it's just sex, teenage sex, just in the most Joel Schumacher-y way.
And they had the "Thou shalt not fall" all in the background.
Yep.
Great.
It was going
good times,
going for that and shit. And then next thing you know, and it pops back up for the morning, and. Michael is got back in the house and is getting repercussions because of
because he left because he was supposed to babysit his brother.
Yeah, he was supposed to babysit his brother, and he came back, and it was like mom was pissed.
Yeah, she's like, "Are we still friends?" or something like that, right?
He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Mom, I'm dealing with stuff that you wouldn't even understand right now," which he definitely was right. But once again, that just sounds like fucking puberty.
Yeah.
And it's like the mom's trying to be there for her son. And it was just kind of funny because I'm like, he's not lying, but he could do a better part of trying to tell you what is kind of going on, even though you wouldn't believe him.
Exactly, yeah.
He doesn't know what's going on. And
'Cause at that point, I'm like, yeah, my kid's fucking or he's on drugs.
Yeah.
One of the two.
she definitely was like, oh, he's on something.
Yeah.
He definitely is on something. And it was just to the point to where it was super weird. But obviously, he's trying to get the help. He's trying to get help and try to figure out, because Sam is wondering, like, "Hey, Michael, did you get it figured out?" Michael looks at Sam and doesn't say a word. It just keeps moving.
Yeah, just walks.
He looks somber in his eyes while he's looking at him. He's not pissed, but he looks like, I don't know.
Yeah,
bro.
I have no idea what's
And
going
he just
on.
walks away, like really
And
sad.
Grandpa's like, oh, I'm not the only one who got lucky.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just fucking. They're just trying to figure, like, Michael's lost. He doesn't know what he's fucking doing. So, and then Sam's like, fuck it, I'm gonna take matters in my own hands. He fucking goes and gets to enlist the Frog Brothers. Mm-hmm. And the Frog Brothers are kind of like, yeah.
We gotta kill him.
He's like, yeah, I read in this book right here. If you find the head vampire, any head vampires will revert back to normal.
They're like, do you know the head vampire? No.
He's like, no.
We gotta kill your brother anyway. Sorry.
Yep. He's like, we gotta kill your brother anyway. Sorry. And he's just like, no. Wait. I think Max might be the head vampire.
Because before that, they the mom went to go apologize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, forgot about the scene.
And then, like, the fucking dog, his dog Thorn, right?
Yeah, Thorn.
Fucking just, like, went crazy and just went after her ass.
Yeah, Thorn act like she was brand new and fucking went to go bite her.
Yeah.
Because she bought Max a thing of wine as an apology gift.
Yeah, for running off.
For like running off. And then
as that scene was happening, Sam was reading a part of the comic that was talking about, like, the Hounds of Hell.
The Hounds of Hell, yep.
And how they're like guardians to vampires when they're asleep.
And that's how he was explaining it in the comic shop. Mm-hmm. So he was explaining it in the comic shop, and the Frog Brothers was like, all right, we'll help you. So so Max got invited to dinner by Lucy. And obviously it was at night, so obviously Max is showing up. And Michael had something to do, so he was going to go out.
I gotta go. I ain't got time for this.
And she's like, you needed to be here, and you can't. This is not going to happen when school starts.
Yeah.
And he's like rolling his eyes under his sunglasses and try to walks out. That's when Max comes up to the door, and she's like, huh? And Max tries to introduce himself, and he's like, and Michael's like, you must be Max.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And then Max is looking at him. They're kind of awkwardly looking at each other, like,
yeah.
Can I come in?
He's like, well, you're the man of the house right now, so I can't come in. He's like, I won't come in until you invite me.
Yep. He's like, you're invited.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, thank you.
And he comes in, yeah.
He comes in. Vampire fucking rule 87.
Yeah, that's like one of the main ones. Vampires can't come in unless you invite them in. Yep.
And he got invited in. So he fucking walks in, and obviously, right after that, the fucking Frog Boys show up.
Yeah, and Sam's like, hey, I brought dinner guests.
Yeah, it's like Sam's like, yo, I have dinner guests. This is Edgar and Alan Frog. It's like, okay, boys. And they just sitting there. And fucking, that scene's funny as shit because they're trying to prove that Max is a fucking vampire. They slip garlic into his fucking spaghetti thinking it was Parmesan cheese. And he's like, no,
and he's choking on it, so they're like,
He's like, no, it's garlic.
Like, I love garlic, but this is too much.
It's just a little too much. And he's like, and it's raw garlic. He's like, yeah, I don't know how that happened. And then they spill water on him, thinking it was holy water. It didn't do anything but soak his suit. Speaking of which, Max's suits were so 80s, and I appreciate them because the shoulders were like really big, and it felt like he got his shit from like a fucking Miami Vice type brand,
right?
Like of undershirt, so it was kind of funny. But they spill water on him.
They turn off the light because apparently he's supposed to glow.
Yeah, apparently they're supposed to have a glow or something about him, and he didn't glow. So when the lights turned back on, he shoved the fucking mirror right into his face, and his face showed up.
He was a reflection, perfect reflection.
And he was like, and he just fucking showed up like that. And Lucy apologizes for this. Sam feels bad.
Yeah, because Max is like, I understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, shit, you do?
And he's like, shit, you do? Like, oh, fuck. And
he's like,
nah,
you think I'm trying to take your mom away.
You're just trying to take your mom away.
Replace your dad or whatever.
Yeah, and try to get him replaced. And he's like, no, I'm not trying to do any of that. But, I think I should go. Max leaves.
Yeah.
And the Frog Boys are sitting there going, and he's like, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, they're trying to figure that shit out. So that plan failed.
Yeah.
Fast forward a little bit, Michael gets invited out
Yeah, by the Lost Boys.
by the Lost Boys, David and the gang. There's like, look, you need to be here with us tonight. They fucking went out. They are on like, I'm gonna guess, an abandoned beach.
Yeah, there's somewhere some part of the beach is by itself.
Yeah, just like
some isolated part.
Three, four dudes out there just like
Listening to Run DMC.
Yeah,
you know.
listening to fucking Aerosmith and Run DMC and shit, and they're kind of having fun and whatnot. And they're just, I want to say drinking or doing anything.
Yeah, they're just partying.
Like partying and shit. And then, but the Lost Boys are in like the fucking nearby tree, and so now you're finna see what we're really about.
Yeah, like come watch this, David. You ain't gonna want to miss this.
You don't want to miss this. They fucking vamp out.
Yeah, this is the first time you see him vamp out.
This is the first time you see anything vamp out, and it was the way it was delivered actually worked for it.
Yeah,
because they were still goofy ass. The only motherfucker that wasn't goofy was David. Mm-hmm. Everybody else was like goofy fucking 80s teenager. Yeah, and like you just say, ha ha ha, as the camera's fucking zooming in and
just freaking him out. Yeah,
because the first motherfucker who appeared himself was David.
Yeah,
David fucking.
Because he had this cool little. He retracted his face back into the shadow.
Yep.
And then just popped up like hello.
Yep, and just
and
like
he's a vampire
fucking
now.
vamped out, like fucking red yellow eyes, like he's the fucking Sith Lord, and. Like red, yellow eyes, like he's the fucking Sith Lord, and he shows up in the vampire teeth, which was funny because they had the fangs in the middle of where your front teeth are.
Yeah,
which I'm like, I thought they were fucking spaced out.
Yeah, normally they're like these canines.
Yeah, the canines.
I don't know what the fuck they are.
Canine, like spread out, but it was like the other ones are just like right there. I'm like, that's weird. Fucking
I
fang.
guess they had a lot of different vampires.
I'm like weird fang placement, but. All right, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
sure, why not?
Why not? I mean, I like the face, but the fangs themselves, I'm like,
yeah.
So, but anyway, they actually go and attack the bystanders.
Yeah, they fuck them up.
Like, and this is probably there wasn't a lot of violence in this movie.
No, I just learned this movie's rated R. I don't know why I never thought it wasn't. I thought it was like a hard PG-13.
Yeah, I thought it was PG-13
but no, I guess it is a rated R movie.
Yeah, it was like...
I'm assuming it's for this scene.
Yeah, it has to be because these motherfuckers got fucked up.
Yeah, they're getting ripped up pretty good.
David bites into this bald man's head. Like, not his neck, his full-on
and that shit
skull.
squirts out like a goddamn orange.
Yep, like, I'm like, Jesus, fuck. Like, I didn't notice it before, but I'm like, yo, he bit into that motherfucker's head like a fucking apple.
Yeah.
Like, crunch. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah, and they're fucking like, they ripping out throats and shit, and it was like pretty epic.
And Michael starts vamping out. He's seeing all this.
Michael is uncontrollably vamping out because I guess he needs to feed.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't want to be a part of this. Like, and fucking David and the crew pops back up saying, hey.
You know what you are now.
You know what you are now. You know what we are now, and you know what you are now.
It's like you can live forever, all this stuff, but you got to feed.
So it's all yours. And Michael's like, no!
And just runs away.
And Michael just runs away and shit. And that's how, and like, Michael gets back to the house, still kind of like fucked up. And that's when Star shows up.
Yeah, Star shows up at the house. That's right.
Yeah, Star shows up at the house. And,
because he's like, stay there. And then he walks up. He's like, I need you to lock all these windows, lock all the doors. And next thing you know, she's just chilling at the window.
She's just chilling at the window, just at the window and shit. He's like, what? No. He's like, fuck. He's like, can I come?
Was like, oh, you're one of them. Oh,
he's like,
shit.
yeah, he's like, can I come in? No. Like, he fucking just says no loud as fuck. He's like, no. And he just like, and you know, they come in. And she just now breaking all the fucking rules because they thought you had to be invited in, but there's a reason for that. She comes in and she starts talking to Michael. She's like, well, Michael, they wanted you to be my first.
Yeah.
And the crazy shit is you were pointed out to that because when they said I can go, when she's like, yo, would you want something to eat? Yeah, I can go for something to eat.
Yeah.
Him.
I think, doesn't she say I could use a bite?
Yeah, I can use a bite.
I want to say she said that.
Yeah, I can use a bite, and it's him.
Yeah.
It's literally always been him, but
so why did they stop him?
Because
plans changed, right?
Plans changed.
Yeah, we won't spoil it yet.
Yeah,
but I think that's
plans change. So they figure out and everything what they need to do. He's like, you got to kill the head vampires. Fucking, they found out where the other vampires are staying. Michael fucking drives them out. They steal their grandfather's car.
Yeah, because at this point you're like, okay, David is the head vampire.
David's the head vampire. We got to kill him. So they fucking drive out there, stealing Grandpa's car, fucking driving all the way out to where their hideout is. They get into the hideout, and the Frog Brothers, they're like, and the Frog Brothers are kind of getting ready, and they, god damn it, I love them so much.
Yeah, because they were like, weapons check.
Weapons check. Like, weapons check. And they're like fucking steaks and shit.
Yeah, they're
and
checking
like,
each other. Michael was like, where the hell did you find these guys?
exactly.
Like,
The hell did you find them? And there's like, yeah, because we all were asking, like, what the fuck do you, they're just casually ready for this shit?
yeah.
They get in, and they get into the cave. They notice everything. First thing they see is Star. They're like, we need to kill her.
Star and...
No, they just see Star.
No, there's that little kid, too.
They don't see the kid.
Oh, I thought they saw
They
the
don't
kid,
see the
too,
kid.
yeah.
Nah, the kid is on the other side. They just see Star. Say, let's kill her. And he's like, no, don't touch her.
Yeah,
Don't. Michael's
was like,
fucking,
nope.
That's my hoe. Don't do it. Like, he's like literally
He's like, we
got
gotta leave.
Yeah,
and then she's like, no, save the kid first.
save the kid. Save the kid
I can't remember
first.
the damn kid's name.
Lonnie.
Laddie. That's right, yeah. Because he was on the milk carton. That
Yep,
milk carton that David spilled.
Yep, he was on the milk
Yeah,
carton.
he was on the back of it.
So the Frog Boys go off to go kind of find the vampires, but like Michael takes Star and Laddie and put them in the car, and they're kind of just sitting out chilling in the sun.
They're kind of like passed out. I guess
Yeah, they're passed out. They're
daytime, so
drained.
they're just asleep.
Yeah, they're just sleep. They're slumped. But the Frog Boys they're like fucking and the Frog Boys and Sam fucking crawling through the crawl space. They see him. Was like Sam's like, "What's that smell?" He's like, "That's vampires."
Yeah.
And god damn it, dude, fucking Edgar Frog, man, Jesus. But they crawl in. They go for the fucking first They go for the first vampire.
Like, which one's David? Like,
So we don't know. We just got to kill them all.
We gotta kill them all.
So they go and fucking stab Marco.
Excellent. No.
Yes. They fucking go and stab Marco, and Marco is screaming bloody fucking
Well, because they
murder.
stab him, and then he immediately like starts leaking from
Yep.
like every orifice in his
Yep.
body. It's just
Every
like, holy
orifice.
shit.
Don't you have some? And with that particular scene, don't you have a little bit of trivia on that?
Oh yeah, so like this is funny because Alex Winter, when he gets stabbed, he falls to the ground. And I guess they start kicking him, right, or something.
Yeah,
happens
something
there.
like that. They start freaking out.
Well, during that scene, he got like dirt on his retina, like
Yeah,
literally
right.
he started scratching that shit.
Yep. Fucking. He said the point. I remember this because he said the point of where you fucking hear me yelling. That's real yelling.
Because I am like in intense pain because my eye is like on fire because
Yes.
this dirt is scratching my fucking
And
retina.
it's still scratched my eye. And
Yeah.
it fucked me up really
I had to
good.
go to the hospital after
I had
this
to go
scene.
to the
Yeah.
hospital after this scene. It was crazy. But you can see it when you look at that, and he's fucking screaming, and
Yeah.
like at first, you can kind of see the screaming gets louder. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like and then all the other vampires. Well, David fucking wakes up, and it's like you're dead,
You're dead meat.
you're dead meat, like 80s fucking villain shit.
Yeah.
And fucking they fly out.
Well, he grabs Sam at first. He got down.
he fucking they flip down and fucking
Well, how
Sam
did he
and the-
not pull his ass if you're
Bro,
like a
and he's
super strength
strong as-
vampire? Yeah.
He's super strong as fuck, and I don't know if it was because he was shining the light in his eye or something.
Maybe because
Or the
he's weaker
sunlight.
in the day.
Yeah, weaker in the day. There, that's the only thing. He's like, and he's fucking. They're like kicking him on, and they kind of like get sunlight on.
Yeah, they drag his arm into the sunlight.
Yep, and fucking David's hand gets out there and fucking catches fire, and he's screaming,
Yeah.
and you see him fucking in pain.
Yeah, he actually cries.
He
Like,
sheds a
tears,
goddamn tear because I'm guessing that's his first time feeling fucking pain before.
Or at least to that level.
Yeah, at least to that level, and.
Well, probably the first time he felt sunlight in fucking who knows how long he's been.
No, I'm gonna say he probably felt sunlight.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He definitely felt sunlight, but I'm gonna say fucking actual factual
Yeah, to
pain.
that level. Yeah.
Yeah, to that fucking level. Like he's looked like fuck that hurt.
Yeah.
So, the Frog Boys and Sam get away. They fucking drive, almost fucking back off the cliff.
Yeah, because he's like burn rubber,
And he fucking steps on the fucking.
and they're in reverse.
We're in reverse and almost fall off. Because he's like, just because we say burn rubber doesn't mean we gotta fucking do. They put this
Doesn't
shit in
mean
gear.
warp speed.
Yeah, doesn't mean warp speed, and fucking just carries on.
Yeah.
And God damn it, I love the Frog Brothers, man, so much because
Yeah.
they're really into it, and like you have never. This is like one of your pals. This is like one of your friends that say they know anything and everything about women. And have never had sex before.
Those motherfuckers. Yeah.
Like those
exactly.
type of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like you kind of believe them. But
At
then,
the same time, you're
at
like,
the same time, like I
"What?"
don't fucking think he knows what he's talking about. But
Yeah.
then again,
he's saying some believable shit. So
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
seems all right, bro. You know, I'm new here and I can kind of believe you, but like, yo, I don't think you ever did any of this shit.
Yeah.
No one's checking him on it,
right.
or either brother on it. They're not checking anything. So they head back to the house. Lucy is out with Max, having dinner at Max's house because they wanted to try again.
Yeah.
So they get back home. They have everybody with them. It's the Frog Boys. There's Sam. Michael is carrying Laddie and Star up the steps, and Grandpa sees this, and he's like, "Hey, remember the rule about putting gas in the car when you take it without asking?"
He's like, no.
No.
You do now.
Well, you do now. And I'm just like, man, you said no one drives this car but you.
Right.
But I think Grandpa kind of knows what the fuck's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
He knows.
Yeah, you could tell.
Actually, no, now I remember there was a scene and I fucking didn't remember saying it. He fucking came out when Max was over the first time.
Uh-huh.
He was kind of noticing, he was in his fucking shit. He was in his fucking room.
Yeah.
His taxidermy room, and he was kind of peeking. He fucking knew.
Yeah, when he saw that motherfucker, he just knew.
He's like, he knew.
And he knew with Michael, too.
Yeah,
he's looking at Michael. He's like, I know what's up with this fool.
It was like, yeah, something. It was like, fuck, man, I think they got you. And then, like, but he didn't do anything. So it's just like, you're like, obviously, but he knew that fucking, he knew something was up.
Yeah.
So he's like, he kind of was like, And you see him kind of sharpening shit, and he kind of just closed the fucking...
Because after that date, like, he's making, like, giant wooden stakes.
Yeah, giant wooden stakes that he had in the back of his fucking truck.
Yeah, and he's just, like, planting them.
Yep. He's like, he just closes his shit and drives off. But no, anyway, they're getting in the house, and they're preparing.
Yeah, they tell Grandpa he got the date. They tell him that girl he went to see called him back.
With the Widow Thompson.
Yeah, there you go.
The Widow Thompson is saying, he's like, hey, you gotta, she says, meet her at, like, pick her up at 7, not 8. He's like, wait, I got a date tonight? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right.
I better get freshened up.
I better go freshen up. This motherfucker gets freshened up with Windex.
I bet they put Windex on himself. Like, God damn it, man.
Yo, what smells like a good aftershave? Windex? Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, this is it.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Like, bro, that's pneumonia. What the fuck's wrong with you, dog?
What is wrong with you, bro? Like, that is, oh, my God. But anyway, fucking, so they prepare. They get everything prepared for this. They grab, they go to a church. Like, get canteens and shit full with holy water.
Holy water, yeah.
They bring the holy water back to the house. They
essentially fill up a goddamn bathtub with it?
Fucking garlic. Yeah, they fill up a whole. That 3 canteens is not enough to fill up a build up a tub.
Right, or was it regular water, and then once you put the holy water, it just
it could be worked. It could work that way.
The only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because they filled it up with water, added the holy water to it, and then fucking added the garlic.
Yeah.
And then they were just sharpening. They take their fucking. They also take the squirt guns,
fill them up with
holy water, and then go from there. And then they're up there sharpening like steaks and shit. And fucking Edgar is sitting there like, not all vampires die the same.
Yeah, some explode, some implode.
But all they do is try to take you with them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it, they are so fun.
Yeah,
They are so fucking fun, so goddamn fun. They were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm listening
who
to
let these assholes in? Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfuckers probably you guys are like not even like 16, and you fucking saying like, yo, I've killed a vampire before.
It would be like us, Shaq. Like if like if we became werewolf hunters just because we watched The Howling and the American Werewolf in London, like, oh no, we got this, bro. Don't worry.
Like, we know how to kill him.
We know how to kill him. Silver bullets, bro.
We got these silver bullets off of fucking Amazon.
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna fucking do that. And I'm like, have you fucking killed a werewolf? Like, no, we're fucking. It's like, yeah, it's like I've killed a couple.
Yeah, we just start talking out our ass.
Like, start talking out of our ass, but with confidence. I wish I had as much confidence as the fucking Edgar brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ. Like, they were lying like shit.
Yeah.
They've never killed a... It's actually been confirmed, like, in the comic book, they never fucking killed a vampire up until that point.
Right.
They knew they existed.
Yes.
So they were fucking preparing themselves, but they never fucking killed a vampire. So, Jesus Christ. But they're preparing, they're preparing and everything, and, so obviously, the remainder of the Lost Boys shoot over to the house.
Yep.
You get like this. It was almost kind of anticlimactic in a sense because all the boys came into the house. One comes through the chimney. And one comes through the chimney. The other one, the Frog Boys run upstairs. One's already in
Like the restroom.
The restroom, because they're because fucking Ed's like, fuck it, we're just gonna kill her now.
We're gonna kill Star and the kid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like let's kill it. Let's just kill the kid. It's like no. She's like no. It's like just like nothing. But motherfucker pops out in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. It's like like oh shit. He's vamping and it's like yeah, you all are dead meat. And he fucking like say anything else, vampire breath. And he fucking they fucking he says garlic doesn't work. And he's sitting there, and they fucking like, yeah, but what about holy water?
Yeah, like try some holy water then.
Fucking splash that shit in his face, and he's screaming fucking in pain.
Yeah.
And his fucking face looks like half vampire, half Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm still alive, I'm gonna fuck you. He has that, I'm really gonna fucking enjoy killing you.
Yeah.
Look. And fucking the Nook, the fucking husky.
Yeah.
Fucking comes in and makes a save.
Yeah, just fucking pushes his ass into the tub.
Fucking just like drop kicks him into the tub.
Yeah.
Like dog force. And fucking drops that motherfucker in the tub and he drowns in the fucking holy water. And
drowns and burns.
Burns, and causes blood.
Just to pop out of every goddamn faucet and everything.
Faucet, sink, fucking, oh my god. Not hose, fuck. The, bar, like the...
What do you call them?
I can't fucking think of it. Like the it's almost like a hose, but it's connected into the house. The fucking main line of water fucking explodes, and the kitchen starts fucking filling up with water or some shit.
Yeah,
it's the bathroom especially.
Like if it is connected to the water pipe, yeah,
that's what it is. Water pipe, exactly what it is. Fucking water pipe starts to burst. Everything is like fucking liquid blood just coming out, and I'm like. One thing about this scene, I was like, how the fuck does that even happen?
I don't know. I guess because the water was all purified and the vampire. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Like they fucking sealed the fucking tub.
Yeah, because you have to seal it to fucking fill up the tub.
Fill up, and I'm like, how does?
That's why at that point I'm like, fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like it was one of the first kind of like what. I was like, okay, I guess
we want a cool effect. And
yeah, this is it. This is cool. This is my cool effect. Blood everywhere. So the second one comes down now. The second one comes down, and it's like Mike is like Sam's trying to wake up Michael.
Yeah.
This scene was kind of awesome too, in a sense, because, well, realistically, if I'm the other vampire and I pick up fucking Sam, he scoops up Sam and fucking has him up in the air.
Right.
Sam screaming, but the way homie has Sam's face, he could literally have snapped his neck.
Oh yeah, all day, easily.
It would have been done and over with. Yep. Like snapped his fucking.
It's like, what
neck.
the fuck were you doing, dude? Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, because you had him and you could have killed him.
You could have just went crack. Game over.
Yeah, done. He had him in his face, and Sam's like fucking screaming. Pulls out his fucking. He had time to fucking pull out his fucking squirt gun and squirt the motherfucker in the mouth.
Yeah.
Or in the face with it. And
I'm still he starts like fucking. His face starts burning.
Yeah, his face starts burning and shit, and he drops fucking Sam, and I'm like, y'all are kind of high up.
Well, he dropped him on a sofa.
Yeah,
somehow?
Like a magical sofa, like conveniently on a sofa. Like I don't think you were above anything, but whatever.
Right, because you were in the middle of the room. But go continue.
Yeah, and then fucking Sam, who grabs a fucking bow and like his bow and arrow that the Frog Brothers brought, fucking. I don't even know how long it takes to learn how to do a bow and arrow, but I'm pretty sure that he couldn't learn that shit that quickly. But whatever.
No, yeah, it's a process.
He grabs the bow and arrow and just shoots, fucking misses. And it's like, you miss. Won't miss a second time. And fucking hits him again. But the arrow, strong as fuck, hits the vampire in his fucking chest, bounces off the stereo, and fucking electrocutes his ass and his head explodes.
Yeah, he explodes.
Death by stereo.
Death by stereo.
You know, and then that was like fucking Corey Haim's fucking like big fucking thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, David's the last vampire in the house. Mm-hmm. Michael being like, that's the showdown he has as. Michael fucking is getting his ass whooped because David is like
he's just flying, yeah. He's just
David is literally Sting from the rafters, fucking smacking the shit out of Michael.
Yeah.
Every time, and Michael's like, "You afraid to fight me? You afraid to fight me, David?" And fucking David comes out and is like, "Yo, fuck it, let's go." And David's like, "Bro, I don't want to kill you. You need to just join us.
Yeah,
you need to join us, bro." Like that's, and he's like, "I'll never join you." He's like, "Well, fuck it." And then it's like, and David tries to push him in. David tries to push this motherfucker into like his grandfather has like a bunch of like deer horns everywhere, and he's trying to push him into deer horns so he can fucking impale him. He didn't get him, and David's like, "My turn." And at this point, I forgot to mention, Michael vamped out too, so he can fight him.
Yeah.
So it's a fair fight. Grabs him, and they're fucking fighting, and they're just flying through the air and fucking fighting each other. And then, like I said, it just felt like super anticlimactic in a sense, because I feel like it was want more, but at the time you kind of like, yeah, okay, I want to see maybe the budget wasn't all there.
Maybe. Who knows?
Or
Yeah, it just
like
didn't. Yeah.
It didn't slap my shit hard enough for the rest of the movie. Like, if I had to say that this was probably the weaker part of the movie was the fucking fight.
Yeah.
But anyway, David defeats Michael by shoving this motherfucker into...
Well, Michael defeats David.
Yes, my fault.
Yeah.
I said the other thing around.
I had to think about it. I was like, what?
What? Yeah, because you looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, wait, you're confusing your white people. Sorry, back that up. No, Michael defeats David by shoving him on some fucking... I would say fucking antelope fucking
Yeah,
horns.
because those weren't deer.
Those
Like,
were
I think
not
those are like
deer.
yeah, those are antelopes. Yeah, exactly
fucking
what they
antelope
were.
horns. I'm like, how the fuck do you... Like,
The shit that killed Mufasa.
Yes,
Those
exactly.
things.
Those things, man. Holy shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? He fucking impales David on that shit. And Michael's still hiding in the shadows because he's still a vampire.
Yeah,
So
he's like, don't let them see me.
Don't let them see me like that. And that's when Lucy comes in, sees everybody, and wonder what the fuck is going on. Max walks in.
Yeah.
Max walks in, looks around, sees David, and just kind of shakes his head. And he finds Lucy, and he apologizes to Lucy. It's like, look, my boys got out of hand. I apologize. She's like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, look, I told them if they make Sam and Michael fucking vampires, then you couldn't say no. And she's like, "What are you talking?" Yeah, we'd be one happy. Yeah, the blood-sucking Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
and fucking as Edgar would say, and it was, to be fair, that if he almost could have tricked it off, had Sam wouldn't have met the Frog Brothers. That definitely would have happened.
Yeah,
it definitely would have happened. He would have tricked it off. But anyway. And that's when we see Max vamp out, noticing that he is the head vampire. They was like, wait, how are you the head vampire when you're out? He's like, silly boy, you don't invite a vampire into your home. Then you redeem yourself powerless.
Yeah, you make yourself powerless.
Which makes sense because of the fact that Star wasn't invited. She broke in. They could have done any of that shit to her.
You're right. That's right.
And she would have probably died.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, that makes sense.
And then Corey's like, or Sam was like, "What? Did y'all know this?" And he's like, "Oh, of course."
Yeah, well, of course we knew.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
It's like,
and I'm like,
bitch.
You lying pieces. Like, bitch, I swear to God, you lying fuck. Like, you didn't know that shit. Fuck you. But, like, they're kind of, as he's looking at him, he's like, yeah. Looking back at his brother, like,
yeah.
Did you know that shit? He's like, I know this.
Shit, we learned something today. Don't forget that shit, y'all.
We got it.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, Max vamps out. Everybody tries to try him. They're getting bitch smacked around.
Yeah.
And Michael tries. He gets fucking thrown.
Yeeted to the fucking top stairs.
Like, yeeted. And I'm like, but he's like, Michael's the worst fucking vampire. I'm like, holy shit. Michael's the worst.
Oh, shit.
And then, like, fuck it. Sam's like, fucking, you don't touch my mom. And he fucking rushes and fucking Max grabs Sam.
Yeah, just picks his ass up
this
easily.
motherfucker like in a headlock, ready to break his fucking neck. And he's like,
not too
stick
late.
out his hand and like, join me. And she's like, oh no. And she's like, he's like, Mom, no, don't do it. And then fucking Grandpa.
You hear his little horn. He has a little cucaracha. Shit starts to like wear out at the end or something.
And then fucking backs up into his own house.
Yeah.
And Michael fucking comes up, wakes up and fucking pushes Sam in the middle of when Grandpa's coming in, because Grandpa has those stakes in the back of his truck. He fucking stops. Michael pushes Max in the front of that shit, and he gets stabbed by the stake, sending his ass into the chimney, and he fucking explodes.
Like it explodes. That bitch goes off like a nuke. Like a mini
boom,
nuke.
Like a fucking just fucking fire and like no blood, no guts, just fire and soot. Everything like fucking just done. And everybody's fucking covered in soot. Fucking Michael turns back to normal. Star turns back to normal. Laddie turns back to normal because they're all half vampires. They weren't ever really vampires.
Yeah, they never killed nobody.
They never killed nobody. Or like all they had was David's blood, and that was it. Then you fuck around and see everybody's like, yeah, they're trying to celebrate, and fucking Lucy's like, Dad.
Yeah, because he just walks to the kitchen.
This dude walks straight to the fucking kitchen, grabs a root beer, starts to chug it. He's like, there's one thing I've always hated about Santa Clara. Is all the goddamn vampires.
Hey, look at him like, are you fucking serious? Like,
bitch, you knew, and it just ends.
Yeah, that's how it ends.
That's like the greatest fucking thing.
Yeah.
I've always loved that ending. Like, the fucking climax of it didn't hit as hard, but I always loved the ending.
Yeah, that last little line.
Is just like, they're just kind of looking at him
and then you start adding it all together. Like, Grandpa knew the whole fucking time.
Grandpa knew. He's just like, yo, that's why I don't go to the fucking city. I don't do none of that shit. Mm-hmm. Y'all fucking go do that shit if you want to. I'm saying my ass right here.
Exactly.
He knew. He fucking knew. He's like, yeah, I'm not fucking with any of these motherfuckers. Because he's like, he could have been out to the city and he was just like, I don't understand why this dude works at night. You're a fucking manager, the owner of the store. Why are you working at night?
Yeah, exactly. You would have the morning shift all day, every day.
Easier shift to take inventory.
Exactly.
Like, why are you like?
Why are you at night? Yeah.
Grandpa's like, yeah. Grandpa probably went out and go fucking like maybe I should go buy a fucking VCR and a TV. Then he's like, yeah, I'm not. No.
Nope.
No, sir.
I'm not going into the store anywhere near it.
But guys, that was Lost Boys.
Thou shalt not fall.
And what? Now, obviously, we said Kiefer Sutherland as David is the villain in this movie. Obviously, he wasn't the main villain.
He wasn't the main villain. That's a weird thing. Yeah, but he's more iconic than the main villain.
Because while this movie did have a fucking turn of events, Max was never even going back and seeing this and even looking at the little subparts that were played.
Yeah.
He never tilted his hand except when he realized that, hey,
well, cat's out of the bag now. I ain't got a choice.
He's like, hey, that's like pretty much thing. And the crazy shit is, they say David fucking died they say at the end of the Lost Boys, you see David getting impaled, and you said he died. But they had a comic book series out for the Lost Boys. Yeah. And I'm going to read this off of Villains Wiki here. It is revealed in the comic book sequel, Lost Boys, The Reign of Frogs, that David did indeed survive due to the antlers missing his heart. When Edgar and Alan returned to their comic store, David led a new group of vampires he had created to seek revenge. However, the Frog Brothers, with the help of Sam, managed to kill his entire pack. But David managed to escape. So after he does so, it is revealed that he is a servant to Black Widow Johnson. He makes plans to seek her. He makes plans with her to seek vengeance again. It was also revealed that David had managed to create the new vampire Shane Powers during his attack on the group from the bonfire in the previous film. Shane would later become the antagonist in the second film called Lost Boys: The Tribe.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know that David was still alive.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, this is one of those things we're not gonna get Kiefer back. So
right, exactly.
So how do we end this? But yeah, no. Obviously, we know our three traits. Was his motive? What was his motive? Is he swaggy and is he a fucking threat? Yes to all three.
I was about to say yes.
So the motto was convoluted because the motto, he was just like, dude, I'm just a kid to have fun.
Yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying life.
But he had to fucking listen. He had to fucking listen to Max.
The boss. Yeah, that's the only downside.
Who originally fucking turned him in the first place.
Yeah.
So he's just like, all right, cool. I have to fucking listen to him. He's like, I can't kill him.
Right.
So they have to be with us. All right, cool, whatever. The drip, come on.
Yes, absolutely.
Come the fuck on. Yes, dog. Drip all day.
Yeah.
And then obviously, is he a threat? The crazy shit is, yeah, he's a threat. Not like a top level tier threat.
Right, he's not like super threatening.
Because me personally, if you saw him and he's playing it cool, if he wants to be all right, I'm gonna be real. If he wants to kill you, he'll fucking kill you.
Yes. If
he's trying to charm the fuck out of you, you're pretty much dead anyway. So is he a fucking huge threat? I'm gonna say yes but he's not in the position to be wanting to kill you off rip.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, he's not like, hey, I'll kill you on my own time.
Exactly.
I need to feed, I'll feed. Because you don't really get a sense of his powers until later on.
Right.
You kind of get a dabbing of them ever since.
Yeah, because he's fucking with
He's
Michael,
like
and all
fucking
that
with
type of
Michael and
yeah.
shit, and then you obviously see him fuck up everybody else.
Right.
So, yeah. So, is he getting to see the? Is he obviously he's invited in? Is he getting to
Yes.
see the table? Of course.
Yes, he's in the table. He's in the villain Hall of Fame table.
I wonder if he's old enough to like. I think. I wonder if he's old enough to actually drink. Like at this point, because he died as a kid.
Yeah.
He died as a teenager in this movie, but he's immortal. But I'm like, bro.
Shang Tsung and Lopan are in there. They're like, no, we know. We're magic. We can sense this dude's fucking old as shit.
Yeah, like he's old as fuck. All
Yeah,
right.
give him a drink.
Yeah, give him a drink. So yeah, he's at the table with us, man. That is fucking dope. Like and the thing about Max, I can't say where they went wrong. They didn't do anything wrong with Max.
No, it was. Max is just a twist. That's
Yeah.
really all it is. If you think about
Max
it.
is a twist, but it's crazy. I've watched this movie enough to know, like, if I was showing this to somebody else, they wouldn't know that he was the fucking leader unless they were really paying a fucking
Yes.
attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because this movie gave you hints that he was doing stuff that he was doing, things during the day, and how the boys would listen to him off rip when they would run out and try to kill.
Yeah, because the cops told him, "Hey, get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, and they fucking killed
the
him.
cop. Yeah,
And then he fucking and Max, they came in the fucking Max's story. He's like, I told y'all to leave.
and they just
And they
kind of
just kind
side eye
of
him.
they just kind of side eyed him. Like, all right, we got a badass here, and just walked out.
Although watching it now with what we know,
Yeah,
like the way they look at Lucy, they're like, "Oh, we see what you're trying to do, man."
They
It's
look
like,
like-
okay,
all right,
all right,
all right.
yeah,
we got you, and kind of just walked out. And but then they kind of make it. I wish they kind of played it up to where it looked like they were going to attack him,
right.
but they didn't. You know what I'm saying?
They kind of did, but not really.
They didn't.
It shows them like, oh, they're fucking with this man.
They went to him twice.
Yeah,
Like they went to him once. Actually, no, they went to him twice with the store, and then like fucking with like the kite and shit. And you saw the fucking motorcycle show up, and that was one. But then obviously, and those are two. But like the other one was they flew over his house
right.
to go get to them. So it was like they alluded to it as much as you could, but you had to mentally put the pieces together for you to realize that Max was that dude.
Yeah,
So that's what I got, man.
Right.
This movie is still to this day one of my favorite fucking movies of all time.
yeah, it's a great movie. It's
Yes.
one of the best vampire movies you can see.
Yeah,
It's just a fun fucking time.
it's
This
fun as
movie.
fuck,
Yeah,
man. It doesn't take itself seriously,
right.
And when it takes itself seriously when it needs to, and when it doesn't,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
it works. Like the comedy in this movie works.
Yes,
when they do it. Yeah,
because it's subtle and
Yes,
it's not like
exactly.
it's just like okay, like it's 80s trope comedies, but it's not like it doesn't try to overly be funny. It's like funny and it's like funny like that, and not like bust your gut funny.
exactly.
So I don't go in this movie as a fucking if you watch this movie for the first time, don't think of it as a comedy. Literally think of it as an 80s fucking teen movie. That's
Yes.
exactly what this is. Down to it and like everything else, it's fucking dope. It's still dope. I really wish the sequels didn't suck, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Any closing statements?
Thou shalt not fall. No, like I said, go watch this movie. It's great. It's one of the staples of the 80s.
Yes.
Like, you'll be hard pressed to not have a good time watching this movie. This is insane.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who has watched this movie and not really enjoy what was going on.
Right.
Like I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, this movie's fucking fun.
It is fun as shit. Well, man, I got nothing. Actually, since this is our 10th episode, we actually have our own. We finally have an Instagram and a Twitter.
Hey.
You can catch us on Twitter at Cinema Villain Pod,
There you go.
and Instagram will be Cinema Villains Pod as well.
Hey, there you go. Simple as pie.
What?
Easy as pie? Easy as pie.
I thought you actually tried to say Cinema Villains Pod, but you said it really fast, and that sounded like all kind of mushed up words together.
Yeah, I don't know. Never mind.
Jesus
My
Christ.
brain just melted.
Anyway, guys, thank you. Please, thank you for supporting us again. We love you guys.
Thank you very much, everyone who has subscribed.
We will see you guys.
Like I said, if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star rating and a review. I'll read it for you.
Is there, as a matter of fact, is there a fucking rating and review on there?
No, not yet. Well, we got 7 reviews, but nothing written.
Come on, guys.
We're all 5 stars, though. So, hey, thanks for that.
Thanks for the 5 stars. Thanks for the pity 5 stars. But
yeah,
you gotta say,
it's probably our moms, our sisters,
exactly.
everyone,
family members. Like, hey,
we'll give them thanks, guys.
You cuss too much for my take,
but
it's okay.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm like, you knew this. Fuck. But yeah, guys, thank you again, and just follow us there, and we'll see you guys next week.
Adios, everybody.